80% of solar ads fail in the first 7 days. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why that happens and how to actually succeed with your lead generation. If you're new around here, my name is Andreas, and for the past 4 years, I've been the CEO of Python Marketing, where we specialize in helping solar pros just like yourself to step away from the daily grind of client acquisition by implementing streamlined, automated systems. We've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars testing every single ad strategy, so you know the information you're about to receive is the best of the best. And these are the 3 main issues that cause solar pros to burn thousands of dollars without really knowing how to optimize and get better results. Number 1, it's all about the hook. Number 2, they don't qualify leads at all or just don't do it correctly. And finally, they don't follow up immediately after somebody opts in. First of all, regarding the hook, the first 5 seconds of a video is what we call the hook. And in all our tests, like the one that you see here, we have found that a minor change in the hook makes a world of a difference with the results. So as you can see here, all of these videos are actually the same after the first 5 to 10 seconds. Literally, the only thing that changes is the call out or the value proposition or whatever we decide to add to make people stop scrolling and focus on watching our video. As you can see, this one ad brought 52 leads at just $15 per lead compared to all the other ads that might have gotten 5, 6 leads at a decent cost, but none of them were remotely close to the quantity or price that this one ad was able to get. We used to run static ads, which are images, but we completely stopped doing so since the quality of leads was much more variable than we get with videos. As you saw in the last slide, we also test more than 5 videos at a time, and we don't just put all our eggs in one basket. Most people have one single photo of solar and pour thousands of dollars into it and are surprised after they get $100 cost per lead, $500 cost per appointment, and then having the lead no-show or saying that they're going to check with a lot of different options, which leaves the solar pro competing for price. And finally, we have also tested solar-oriented ads against indirect approach. So solar-oriented versus reduce your electric bill, but without speaking about solar. The idea is that we generate leads on the front end because they want the end result. And then through the back end, on the appointment, we actually explain how solar is the mechanism to get them that final outcome. The thing is that you get a lot of leads with an indirect approach, but it's harder to convert them into appointments. The quality is much more variable since people might already have solar, but they're still opting in because they still want maybe to reduce their electric bill even further. And the key here is testing ads until you get a winner, because most people are not even willing to go all in on creating ads until they actually get the results that they are looking for. Once again, people just make 3 different images, upload them, and start pouring hundreds of dollars. But that's just a recipe for a disaster. You just need to remember to create new ads until you find a winning formula, and then just make slight variations of that ad until it stops working, of course, and then you have to find a new winning formula. Normally, you would have to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars trying to find a winning ad, but I'm just going to give it to you right away. If you just call out the exact person that you're trying to reach, homeowners in Texas, for example, and then the value proposition, let's just say solar costs the same as your current electric bill, but with batteries so you never lose power. Let's just say that as an example. Add in a bit more into the value proposition to add social proof and a bit more credibility. And finally, a call to action with urgency so people are not just clicking on the ad to like it, but they're actually opting in and sending their information over to you. Then on the second point, which messes up most solar pros, which is inexistent or inefficient qualification. To solve this, we forget about using landing pages or messaging funnel, because you're just asking to burn thousands of dollars if you're optimizing both the ads and the landing pages. What if your landing page doesn't load fast enough, or maybe your video that you set up isn't as persuasive as expected? You're driving tons of traffic to a landing page, but then nobody is opting in since there are many factors, or people can just get distracted and just close the page or never even opt in to the landing page. For messaging funnels, since there's zero barrier to entry, anybody can just click on the ad and send you a message, you're going to get thousands of people opting in, but few to no appointments whatsoever. That's why we prefer to turn on conditional logic inside of the Facebook forms for Facebook and Instagram, of course, where you can route answers accordingly. So if someone indicates that they're not a homeowner, you can disqualify them instantly. Add as many questions as necessary to ensure that you're getting the results that you want. And if you might have added too many questions, just subtract until you hit a sweet spot of cost per lead with qualification. So the forms are going to look something like this. Whenever someone clicks on the ad, this form is going to open up where people can qualify themselves directly in the form. And finally, after they already sent their information, you can add a screen like this, where usually most people just waste the opportunity and say, hey, thank you very much, we'll call you in a couple hours. But we take it a step further because it says action required, book a call. And instead of just driving people to a simple website, we drive them to a calendar booking form so they can book themselves in. This way, we already catch people when they're most interested and they can book an appointment, look at your landing page, and get more buy-in than if you were to just end the process here with thank you very much. Have a very nice day. Once you implement this funnel and start getting leads through the door, you can decide if there are any tweaks required depending on the quality. Let's say that all of the leads that are opting in have a lot of shading. You can always add in that question to instantly disqualify people. And once again, you can add as many questions as you want or just subtract until you get the exact quality that you're looking for. This way, generating qualified leads no longer becomes a guessing game because most people run them to a landing page and have no idea if the person that opted in, that they just paid $100 or more for them to actually opt in, if they're even qualified to begin with, let alone if they actually show up to the appointment and much less close. And finally, no immediate follow-up. Whenever somebody opts in, since most people have a manual approach for appointment setting, this leads to complete inconsistency. Because what if a lead opts in at night or maybe early in the morning where you don't even have your phone on hand? You're going to be able to call them a couple hours later, if not days later. This just guarantees that the leads that opt in are going to tell you over the phone that they don't remember opting into anything and that they're no longer interested in the offer. It doesn't matter if you have a call center. It doesn't matter if you have an appointment setter. If they take over 5 minutes to call the lead, you can expect a 70% decrease in results. Also, most people don't have any automation set in place. So whenever someone opts in, they don't get a confirmation through text message. They don't get emails. They don't get phone calls. It's pretty much like they opted into something and they have no idea what to expect afterwards. And finally, if you decide to hire someone, you're just wasting a lot of time training and managing those people because odds are they're going to forget about the script. They're not going to qualify people correctly. They're not going to get enough buy-in from the leads. This just means a ton of work for you. The better alternative is implementing AI, so it instantly calls people over the phone to speak with the prospects as soon as they opt in. It doesn't matter what time they opt in, they're going to be taken care of. And if they don't answer the phone call because it's late or they're just not available, the AI is going to try to start a conversation over text message. Once again, it's going to qualify the leads exactly how you ask it to do so and book them in for appointments. You can then relax knowing every single lead is taken care of. It doesn't matter the time of day or if it's even a holiday. I have put together the ultimate guide on generating solar leads without needing to lift a finger, and I've left the link down below in the description. I promise this is the most valuable video you'll ever watch on generating solar leads. So go ahead and watch that video. With that being said, thank you very much for watching.